the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the New York Knicks going up against the Houston Rockets at Toyota Center. Taking a look at the Rockets, if tonight works out the way they hope it will and they walk out with a win, it will move them into position as the team with the 5th best record in the NBA. And tonight, we get to see DeAndre Jordan. Kenny's come a long way since being drafted in the 2nd round back in 2008.
Man, I can't believe he's been in the league over a decade. That's amazing. Either you're getting old or he's
I'm not getting old. I'm not aging at all.
One of you guys are getting old. But he went from a project to an NBA All-Star.
Excellent defender, excellent rebounder. Most of his points come within 5 feet of the basket. Drafted in the 2nd round. But guess what, Kenny's got that $200 million.
Wow.
Thanks for joining us.
Like my time, like my jokes.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you here in Houston, Texas, the home of the Rockets, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. This game in Houston marks the start of a homestand for the Rockets. Sitting at 3rd in the West, there's no question this is a top-notch team.
And you know this, Kevin. There is no place like home. It's always nice to be in those familiar surroundings around those that cheer for you, the family, the friends. Home is home, and there just isn't any place like it.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, we know Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni was the architect of the 7 seconds or less offense in Phoenix. But he says we should have been more aggressive. We kept asking, is it too many threes? Now, there's no such thing. Kevin?
Great stuff, DA. Thanks. Brent, a lot of experience on the floor. Talk about why it's so hard to succeed if you do not have that kind of veteran leadership.
If guys stay around this league long enough, Kevin, they've seen a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And when they've seen those things, the fact that they could communicate it to guys who haven't, sometimes they can keep you calm, make sure you temper your expectations, and then have you understand just how long not only the season is, how long a game is, how long a quarter is, and how long even one possession can be in order for you to be more successful and learn the lessons of this game to be better the next time.
You've had a lot of guys come across your path. Any one veteran that comes right out top of your head who really helped you a lot?
I'll throw way back to Chris Mullin and the time that I worked a lot with Chris in the early part of my career, just preparing to be in the NBA and talking through stories about the type of hard work, the type of consistent work, and the type of mentality you have to not only succeed individually, but certainly to have team success.
Great story. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And New York, looking at who they've got. We've got Emmanuel Mudiay. Hezonya's out there with Knox. Then it's Jordan. And it's Dotson in at the 2 spot.
You know, when Chris Paul came to the Rockets, a lot of people questioned if he and James Harden would be able to share the ball. Both known for being ball-dominant guards. I think you'd have to say it's worked out pretty well.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And I think Chris Paul never comfortable with that ball-dominant label, Greg. He'd never played with another guard who could create, certainly on the level of Harden.
No doubt about it. I mean, Mo Pete, J.J. Redick, guys who were great shooters, but really more off-the-ball players. Chris needed to be that kind of a playmaker, but with Harden, he has someone just as gifted at creating baskets for himself and others.
Well, they depend on him to score, and that doesn't mean just from the field. Sometimes it comes from the charity stripe.
Pass to Mudiay from deep. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. On the wing, Gordon. Harden trying to get open. They get it back. Here's Capella. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Mudiay passes to Dotson. Here's Azania. Shoots over Tucker. Azania's shot is off.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Now, here's Mudiay. He's coming off a 13-point game against Orlando.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line.
Here is Harden. The Knicks making the shot, and Harden with the stuff.
Now, Chris Paul at his best right there on that kind of play. A legendary distributor who spots the open man.
Here's Mudiay. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. The Knicks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Hezonja finds Mudiay. Here's Knox. That shot off the mark. And the Rockets take it the other way. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
And they scratched out a close win the last time these two teams met. I think their ability to attack and create foul trouble for the opposition was a real factor.
Well, it was, because they got to play a lot of the second half against the second unit. The guys that ordinarily would have been out there were stuck on the bench with all those fouls.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Knicks trail by 13. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
And really, I just felt like they didn't compete, particularly on the backboard. Probably their weakest area in that game.
No doubt we could talk about them getting dominated physically. That's exactly what happened there. They got pushed around the entire game.
We are 2 games left before the start of the playoffs. Let's take a look at the possible field. Taking a look at Golden State. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And of course the Rockets, just a couple spots back.
And I think for the Rockets, they look like a team on a mission. We knew coming into this season that they were going to be one of the teams to beat. They've done nothing to change anyone's mind about that.
The only people whose minds have changed are the people who said they were going to have a down year. There is no one left saying that.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
And if you check out the strategy, you can see already the plays that they're calling. Feels like they found a weakness or two in the defense.
Paul goes in, score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
And I'll tell you, Brent, a lot of distractions for the Knicks over the last few years.
Well, quite a number of coaching changes, obvious changes to the front office, so that means you're turning in a different direction. And some people in the Knicks organization really having a hard time just getting along with one another.
Here's Jordan following the basket by Chris Paul. No one near Mudiay as he lets it go. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Rockets leading by 17. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
And already the lead is significant. Excellent play on both ends.
Mudiay with the ball. He's still scoreless so far in this one. To the paint. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Precision pass from Mudiay to get his teammate a good look there.
Here's Harden and the jam by Harden.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Yeah, you can credit the play calling. Nothing really fancy, just imposing their will on the inside.
Stolen by Harden. Paul outside. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Paul's got 11 points.
And on that kind of play, no one can match up with Paul going back the other way. Just too crafty and too skilled. He's going to do damage.
Now here's Mudiay. 2 points. That one goes. Mudiay's got his first 2 points of the night.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he's also crafty with how he approaches it. Right there, he uses just the right move to lay it in.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Yeah, how about the power from DJ there, slamming it down.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Well, they've been the better shooting team throughout the first half because of their patience and because of their shot selection.
And so it's Mudiay with it. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Hazonia kicks to Mudiay. Fires from 14, and the Knicks good for 2.
Yeah, just so crucial that Mudiay becomes a very consistent mid-range shooter for this team. Like to watch him focus on improving that shot.
He gets it in there.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Here's Mudiay. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Brett, they're always trying to make the All-Star game itself more competitive. Is that an important thing to do?
I don't think overall it's important to do it, Kevin. I mean, it is an exhibition, but I do like the attentiveness of the players over the past couple years talking about how it is they want to approach the game. It ends up being a high-scoring affair with a lot of highlights, but overall it's not the most important thing for the weekend.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for the Rockets.
And it's really been a big night for that backcourt. They've given their guards as much freedom as they want, and over again, those guys have come through.
Here's Paul, and he lays it straight in. Paul's got 15 points.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
Chance here to check out Chris Paul. He's one of the standouts over the last month. 11th in assists, 13th in free throw percentage, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And he really is the consummate playmaker, always keeping his head on a swivel, searching for the open man, completely unselfish basketball player. Rockets leading by 23. A rebound by Hazonia.
Wow. Just in shock that he missed that layup. Not a lot of defense there.
Pass to Mudiay. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
What's interesting about Mudiay is how cavernous the gap is between the strengths and weaknesses that he has. On the plus side, he creates shots for himself, but how many of those shots is he actually going to make? The other part about his game, though, is his distribution is pretty solid. So if he plays in the pick and roll, he can find teammates.
First free throw is good. Another thing about Mudiay, really good on-ball defender. That marks him.
Well, a better defender when his man's in front of him and not as good at chasing guys through screens. He seems to either get bumped off route or try to take shortcuts that cost him. But offensively is where it is. He needs to just be better at decision-making and get that jump shot to be more consistent.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Mudiay must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
Rivers can't get it to go. Knicks trail by 21. Now here's Mudiay, and stolen by Gordon. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Gordon's got 8.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Now Mudiay, he has 6. Allen outside, down low, Knox, and he banks in the layup. Knox has got his second bucket of the game to go.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And the basket is good.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And it's Mudiay with the ball. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. They double him with Rivers. The pass to Knox. Allen outside. And the 3 off target. Rockets leading by 23. Here's Harden. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Passes it to Allen. The basket good off the assist from Mudiay. Mudiyay's got 5 assists tonight. For the Houston Rockets, they won their last contest in that game against the Clippers. And again, James Harden, 16 points for him.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Allen. Thomas trying to break loose. Allen, that's good.
Textbook pass for Mudiay there. That's what he's out there to do.
And the jam by Harden.
The execution on point. Just terrific timing on these passes.
I really like the idea that his teammates are waiting until he's in great spots to finish off the possessions. Everything's working.
New York's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Pass to Allen. And the rejection by Harden. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Houston making some changes. Kenneth Faried comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Shumpert in there for James Harden. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for New York. Dennis Smith comes in for Emmanuel Mudiay. Nobody near Allen. And the Knicks miss again.
Looked a little bit forced. No reason for it either. The defense was not even in the frame.
And that one is good. Shumpert's got his first bucket of the night.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
The Knicks shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. And there's a whistle that goes on Iman Shumpert. That is his first foul of the game. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. One last timeout these days, both in the final 3 minutes of regulation, Brent, and overtime. Do you see any impact in close games so far with that?
Yeah, I think coaches now have to be very diligent and very selective about when it is they want to stop the game, Kevin. As you know, that timeout also allows you to advance the ball. And we saw it last year with this being sort of the lab for it, many coaches who took timeouts that cost them chances on a free throw, where normally we would see the advancement of the ball, they had to go full court. So teams are still examining how they want to run the last 3 minutes, what they want to do with the timeouts, and it makes for a lot more drama if the game is closer, that's for sure.
I like having these coaches having to make big decisions like that, too.
I like it, too, because you like to see just how good the coaches are and then how many players can carry out maybe something that has a counteraction or some kind of slip screen where they execute something that carries over from clipboard to hardwood.
And here is a group of young guys that know how to play some tough D in the paint. Here are the leading rookie shot blockers in the second half of the season. On defense, the Rockets. Allen for three. Nene pulls it in.
Just doesn't seem to be shooting it with confidence, and the shots are going all over the place in this period.
And there's Shumpert. That's good on the assist by Eric Gordon. Gordon's got 6 assists in the game. Allen left side. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
It's just been an off night for him. That doesn't happen all that often, but the thing that you do at this point is not to push it, not to rush it. Let it come back to you.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
For Houston, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Taking 2 shots. Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Nene. And both free throws good for Nene. And here is Allen. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Robinson, the slam dunk by Robinson.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And that one's good, Shumpert.
And Shumpert can get into the paint, and then if he's patient, can find ways to score like that.
1:56 left to play in the first. And so Allen will bring it up for New York. And Robinson wide open. He shoots and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Now, here's Thomas. Nene unable to get his shot to go. New York moving the ball around, and they pick up 2. Robinson's got his second basket.
Yeah, got to feel good about the way you started this one, guys, as he is making almost everything out there and giving his team a good, solid boost.
A nice shot by Rivers.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
1:11 left to play here in the first. Smith against Rivers. Smith kicks to Vonleh. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Vonleh's got his first 2 points.
Developing quality moves inside. Vonleh has the length and power to do more of that.
And then Shumpert slams it in.
How about Shumpert getting a little tricky with it that time? He's a high-flying guard.
And a terrific bit of chaos there on the replay, presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. To the paint. Tipped away. Robinson against Nene. Rivers goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Rivers has got his second bucket of the night.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Smith. It doesn't go for him. So Houston will take it the other way. From 12 feet out, again the Rockets score.
How about 5 straight made from the field to start?
Now the Knicks with it. To the inside. Here's Thomas. And no good, trying to use the glass. And it's Gordon penetrating. No good on the last second attempt there. And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. Rockets ahead, opening up a huge gap. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. Now a chance to hear shooting guard Eric Gordon talk about their key to winning.
It's all about not making mistakes, getting rebounds, and getting good stops to really push the pace up. And I think when we do that, we always are at our best.
And Greg, nowadays it's all about pushing the pace.
And it's an offensive-oriented league now. When you execute and really look to attack, it puts the opposition on their heels.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And quite a position here for the Rockets to be in. What do you think, guys?
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Such a great way to get yourself into an offensive groove and build up some early confidence.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. They've got Robinson. Allen is out there with Dennis Smith. Then there's Vonleh, and it's Thomas in at the small forward. Timeout called, the Rockets. Brent, the league playing at a faster pace overall now. Will there ever come a time when every team will play with that same speed?
No, because one team will always be faster than the next. So it's never going to be exacting for every ball club. And as you and I have talked several times, Kevin, you got to play to your strengths. And even though teams are finding more positionless basketball players, some of these guys have attributes to their game where you want to get them in certain positions. That takes time.
It's all about personnel.
It's all about your personnel. And again, putting those guys in the proper place where they can succeed more often.
Here's a look at the stats for Robinson. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. He's right around 9 points a night, 10 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. And when it all comes together for him, this is what he's capable of.
Yeah, this is what his coaches have been waiting for that light bulb to turn on. And right now, it is burning bright. He looks fantastic.
And for Houston, they're shooting a mind-boggling 79% off the floor. A nice shot by Rivers.
Austin feeling the pull-up that time, reading the defense and not deciding to take it too far into the D.
Here's Smith after Austin Rivers scored. And finished off by Robinson.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Here's Gordon, and he drops it in from the low post. Gordon's got 10 points in the game.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Thomas gets a wide-open look. The Rockets pull it in. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And when you shoot a high percentage from distance, that gives you momentum and really keeps the opponent on the ropes.
Well, accurate outside shooting when you're on the road, you find that kind of rhythm. It's hard to do. They made it look easy.
Here's Smith. Following the basket by Kenneth Faried.
Yeah, you got to appreciate the mindset of Smith. Solid at running the offense and finding his teammates who are open.
The Rockets have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. And that one's good, Shumpert.
This is where you want the shots to come from, deep inside the paint and high percentage opportunities.
And there's a whistle. It goes on Iman Shumpert. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
For the Rockets, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene, and Paul subbed in for Austin Rivers. Here's Smith. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Right wing, fires the three, hits the three-point bomb.
And when the D is this non-existent, it's pretty easy for shooters. Fishing with dynamite.
And Paul gets it to go in. 17 points in the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Smith against Paul. Smith, no luck. And so Fareed will bring it up for Houston. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
He's torching the D right now, hitting a high percentage of all the shots he's let fly.
Knocked away. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see which players have had the most success from the stripe this month. And you look at Hazania, second in the NBA. So great from the line.
And during that time, guys, he's been an absolute dead-eye shooter from the free throw line. His concentration just never wavers.
Now, here is Smith, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
An average shooter from deep. It's clear Smith Jr. has the touch and focus. Just needs to be more consistent.
Paul with the bucket.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
No one near Smith as he lets it go. And again, New York with the triple.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Paul. Gets number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
To the paint. Vonleh, the pass to Hazania, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Here's Shumpert. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Shumpert's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Dotson kicks to Vonleh. Smith feeling it out a bit. Here's Dotson. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And the 6'11" Clint Capella, just a phenomenal athlete. The mobility at that center spot is something really so crucial in today's game where every team is looking to expose big men on the perimeter.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. And Capella grew up in Switzerland playing soccer. A striker. Part of why he's so quick on his feet.
I mean, reminiscent of another soccer-playing center in Rockets history, the great Hall of Famer Hakeem Olajuwon. Capella, he's a long way from that, but anchoring a 60-win team at age 23, that's one heck of a start.
Here's Paul, and it falls over the rim and in. Paul's got 23 points.
And Paul takes pride in scoring past the defense. He's used to getting roughed up a little bit. Sometimes he causes most of that, though, Kevin. True grit from the little man.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Just don't touch him right now, okay? You're going to burn yourself. The guy is on fire.
The Rockets shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Houston. Harden comes in for Gordon. And then for New York, Knox, he's checked in for Noah Vonleh. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Smith.
One shot.
That's good from Shumpert. Brent, we've got great dunkers now, but you played at a time when there were sensational dunkers in the NBA.
Yeah, I saw a lot of guys go over the top of me.
Including yourself.
Too kind. Here's the money. Kevin, I think about those old And we remember these, the old VHS tapes where you used to get like the dunk highlight tapes. Those are still
Sean Kemp.
Oh, so fresh in my mind.
Dr. J.
Dominique Wilkins over the top. MJ over everybody.
Young Vince Carter.
Kenny Skywalker. I mean, just the list goes on and on. But the best in-game dunker, I think it's pretty unanimous that Vince Carter still holds the title.
For Houston, they have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
One shot.
Well, Shumpert, an important piece to this basketball team. He comes in, he does a lot of things well, and accepts the defensive responsibility that is placed on him.
And just miss after miss right now. Azanya's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. Here's Paul. Jumper trying to free himself up. The shot by Paul, no good. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Mudiay. New York, no good that time either. Rocket shooting a mind-boggling 79% off the floor. Count that one. 20 points for James Harden.
And Shumpert surveying the floor and finding the open man, so a nice swing pass on that possession.
Here's Dotson, guarded by Harden. Dotson can't hit.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Here's Dotson. He has 5. He kicks to Jordan. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And he just big boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
And so it's Mudiay with it. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Inside, Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
You know, he talks so much about accurate shooting. Sometimes accurate passing can lead to great shooting. You saw it there.
Harden kicks it to Tucker. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 4th assist in this one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And now, here's Hazonia. 29 points for him last game against Orlando. And it's the Rockets on the break.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Pass to Knox from past the arc. Second chance shot. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Count that one. Tucker's got 6 here in this quarter.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Jordan finds Mudiay. Back to Jordan. And the pass to Knox. New York moving it around. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, that's where he's a huge threat to complete any sort of alley-oop. You could throw that at the top of the square, and DJ's going to throw it in.
The jump hook, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
For Houston, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6. Houston making some changes. Nene comes in for Clint Capella, and it's Austin Rivers in for Iman Shumpert.
One shot.
And that one falls for Paul.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Now here's Mudiay. He's guarded closely. Comes up empty down low. Here's Rivers. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Mudiay passes to Thomas. To the inside. Stolen by Tucker. Here's Rivers. He's got 10. Hits the three-point bomb. Rivers has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
The Knicks shooting their third free throw shot of the game. Houston making a switch here. House is checked in.
One shot, mind the lanes.
Houston's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Here's Allen. He has 7. Passes it to Knox. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2. And so here is Houston. Here's Rivers. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
This guy is just shredding the defense right now. He's hitting any shots he's putting up.
Now here's Allen. No one near him. Mudiay, no good.
That's a shot you got to step up on. Wide open, no coverage. Good shooters don't miss that often.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. New York's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Kicks it to Robinson. Pass to Allen. The dish to Mudiay. Shoots a 3. And it's Nene with the rebound.
I mean, I don't know. Does he look a couple steps slow today? He needs to shake that off and get into the zone and get on the scoreboard.
The Knicks shooting at a decent 44% clip here.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
A nice shot by Tucker. And so Allen will bring it up for the Knicks. Out left to the wing. Here's Mudiay. That 3 off the mark.
Look, if they want any shot at winning this game, he has to be better out there.
Here's Tucker. Allen with the rebound. New York shooting with 42% accuracy in the second quarter. And Thomas has it in the corner. The three-pointer no good. The Rockets shooting a mind-boggling 79% off the floor. And the shot goes in. 17 points for Austin Rivers.
You see it. There's just confidence written all over his face. And that's not something that Austin Rivers came into the league with, but has oodles of it now.
Thomas, that's good.
And that's about as easy as it gets. Not many guys are going to blow wide open layups at the professional level like that.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Every day I'm ballin', so you know it's starting. My back is enormous. This is the last warning. Man, I got that night. Ooh, do the mud. I'm no better solid. Take a bit of coffee. No, you will not be caught up all over my cash out. Make it rain, don't give me time. Like a Harley, only boy in the party. I was on the phone. Yeah, I will play with Gotti. Come on, that's our song. Hearts all
There's 14 seconds left in the first half. Here's Rivers. No good off the front iron. Mudiay with the ball. Over Harden. And the call against Lance Thomas. That is his first foul of the game.
Knicks substitution. Dennis Smith.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Rockets ahead, just dominating this one. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Chris Paul had a huge first quarter. He ended up with 26 points, 2 steals, and 5 assists. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
What we saw in the first half is what we've seen from Chris Paul pretty much over a decade. He set the tempo, he was aggressive, but he stayed under control. His capacity to produce big numbers and remain that efficient, that's really great.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
Well, one reason they're getting roasted, a.k.a. blown out, poor rebounding. Way too many one-and-done possessions. I don't want to see guys dribble between their legs and shoot. Not enough fundamentals. Hey, box out 101. Maintain position 101. Learn how to play basketball 101. Things like that, Ernie.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
And in that first half, something we don't see a lot of from him, the ability to make everyone around him better.
Yeah, that's not really his forte, Greg. Unselfish play.
And for Houston, they're shooting an almost unfair 78% from the field. The engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. E.J. Tucker is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Gordon in at the 3, the small forward. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Here's Mudiay. Out left to the wing. Here's Dotson. The basket good off the assist from Mudiay. Mudiyay's got his 8th assist here tonight.
And when the D is this non-existent, it's pretty easy for shooters. Fishing with dynamite.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
So it's the Knicks now. Knocked away. Mudiay kicks to Jordan. Here's Dotson. Now here's Mudiay. Pass to Dotson. From deep. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's. Here's Gordon. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Gordon's got 14 points for the game.
When Eric Gordon's pulling up like that and hitting those shots, gotta be a big concern for the opposing coach.
It's stolen by Capella. 3-on-3. A nice shot by Tucker. 10 points for him.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Mudiay, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And now a look at Emmanuel Mudiay here. Over the last 10 games or so, he's really shown up. Averaging 17 points per game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
His instincts naturally are to score the basketball. That ability to find the creases in the defense is something you just don't teach, and it's awesome.
The free throw good from Mudiay. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Rockets have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Harden can't hit.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Jordan trying to free himself up. He gets that one.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Paul. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Paul's got 28.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
And it's Mudiay with the ball. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. To the middle. Here's Dotson. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Dotson's got 7 points here in this quarter. Here's Gordon, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
For New York, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And there's the pass to Knox. That's another one for him, his 5th in just 7 shots.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here's Tucker. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 7th assist here tonight.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
That's some good interior passing, and that's how you move it on the inside.
Paul goes in, and he comes up with the deuce. Paul's got 30 points.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Mudiay dishes to Jordan. From beyond the arc, and Eric Gordon pulls it down.
That's just poor shooting right now from him, and I'm not sure why he's even attempting those kind of shots.
And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for Rivers.
And it's really been a tremendous night. He's been efficient. He's been a major driving force in this offense. And it's no small task to try to slow him down. Once he gets rolling, like we've seen in this game so far, watch out.
The first one falls.
At this point in his career, Chris Paul is all about trying to get that elusive championship. Will play whatever role it takes to get that mission done.
The Rockets making a switch here. Fareed is checked in, and New York with a change here too. Longley's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Knicks have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Now, Mudiay, 8 points for him. Wide open look, and there are the Knicks with another bucket.
And Mudiay collects himself, sees where he is on the floor, and simply rises up.
Capella kicks to Paul. And it's blocked by Jordan. And it's good for 2. 10 points for Clint Capella. The Knicks have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Mudiay with the ball. He's picked up by Paul. That's tipped. New York's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And DeAndre Jordan, the all-time leader in career field goal percentage, Greg, by a sizable margin.
Yeah, the most prolific dunker in the league, maybe in league history.
Kazanya's shot is off. The Rockets shooting a mind-boggling 79% off the floor. And the basket by Gordon.
And when you're as good a scorer as Eric Gordon is, you relish the opportunity to go one-on-one on offense.
Here's Mudiay. Doesn't go for him. And it's Houston the other way. for the finish. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Love their strategy, and they've been able to execute on it, building a huge lead.
And so here is New York. The Rockets making the shot, and Paul over to help. Mudiay kicks to Jordan. And here is Emmanuel. 6 points for him. To the middle. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Count it. Good.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Knicks have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. Mudiay finds Jordan. Here's Vonleh, and the shot goes down. Vonleh's got 8 points.
Well, he's like a carpenter out there. Great floor awareness, zipping the ball over to his teammates with ease.
Got that one up quick. Knicks have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. And now Paul pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Drops in the breakaway layup. Paul's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
Dotson kicks to Jordan. Vonleh, the pass to Mudiay. And the basket is good. 12 points for him.
And you'll take that shot every time down. Beautiful work all the way around.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul goes against New York.
Gentlemen. 2.
At the line for your
Well, at the start of the summer, many expected a busy market for Capella in free agency. Eventually, though, signing a 4-year deal to remain with the Rockets. I feel like it's a great deal for Houston as Capella gives them the perfect inside presence to complement Harden and Paul.
That's good from Capella. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Houston. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. New York's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
The Knicks shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Nene, he's checked in for Houston. Timeout called. The Rockets.
Started.
Chance to check out stats for Harden. The past month has been surreal. First in scoring, 7th in assists, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Gordon. Gordon's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Now here is Smith. He has 6. Back to Allen. to the left side wing. The wide open look here for Vonleh. No good with the wing jumper. Houston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And that's now 33 points for James Harden. New York's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Allen, right side, wide open. The Rockets pull it in. Nene's got 6 rebounds in the game. Baseline jumper. Fareed looking for an opening. Over Vonleh. Fareed, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Offensive rebound. Vonleh. The layup off target.
I know it's physically impossible, but he's got to be kicking himself. He knows he's got to make those.
A nice shot by Rivers.
Like that he gets out and runs that time. That's well within the wheelhouse of Austin Rivers, finishing on the break.
Allen finds Robinson. Down low, here's Smith, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assists. 8 points for Dennis Smith.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The shot's good from Fareed.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
The Knicks shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Passes it to Vonleh. Over Nene. Tries again. And Robinson with the layup. Robinson's got 8 points.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Harden, no good. Thomas with the ball. Over in the corner, Allen. Here's Vonleh. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, as you can now see on the 2K leaderboard, these are the NBA's steal leaders since the All-Star break. 5th on the list, James Harden.
Defensively, he's been a glove. I mean, he has just been blanketing his opponents.
Free throw good, Vonleh.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
He doesn't get the second one.
A much improved free throw shooter from when he first came into the league. Vonleh is that big you'd prefer not to send to the line. That's a gorgeous assist. Outstanding at finding his guys in the spots where they want the basketball.
New York's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Knocks it loose. Smith kicks to Allen. Here's Vonleh. It's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
Knicks ball.
Shumpert is checked in for James Harden. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Knox, he's checked in for Noah Vonleh. Here's Smith. Here's Smith. He's got 8. Six to shoot. Back to Robinson. And the dunk by Robinson.
And when Smith Jr. is dishing the ball, it makes everything easier, making a stronger effort to find his guys.
Rivers can't get it to go. New York shooting around 48% so far in the third. The shot's good from Smith.
You could see some miscommunication on the defensive end of the floor that time. No excuse for letting a player get that good a look on that possession.
The Knicks shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Inside. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And that's how you set up your teammates. Done with a little bit of flair.
And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. Shumpert. And that one hits back iron. Pass to Knox. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 6 assists in the game.
And his teammates have to step up just a little bit more. He's been lights out. Needs a bit more support.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
New York with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. No good with the triple. Houston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Here's Gordon, and Houston again with the bucket.
Wow, 10 straight points from mid-range.
Here's New York. Here's Thomas, and too long on the shot. 43 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Rivers. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Smith for 3. It's rebounded by Houston.
Man, that's a clean shot, too. You got to sink those. He must be disappointed that he blew that chance.
He kicks it to Allen. And Fareed sends it back.
And the swat by Fareed was vicious, stalking his prey.
They get the rebound. Another shot. And that one, good.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
And so it's the Houston Rockets with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. And we'll be back with you shortly. And now we take a look back to Mike D'Antoni talking to his team from the huddle.
Way to fight, guys. Way to fight. That's all it is. That's all it is. Way to get on the floor. Way to go, guys.
Well, you can see, Greg, he sees the fighting spirit in his team right now.
Yeah, they're playing with energy and purpose. Coach sounds very pleased.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court for the Knicks. Lance Thomas out there with Ntilikina. Then it's Dennis Smith. Then it's Ellenson. And it's Garrett in at the two-guard position.
And that paints a pretty good picture as to why the lead is as big as it is right now.
The Knicks shooting in this game, 45%. Outside Thomas. Down low. Garrett's shot is off.
It looked like he wanted no part of that. Superb defense there, really making it tough on him.
And finished off by Shumpert.
How about the quickness of Shumpert? Excellent at taking it right to the rack.
And here are the Knicks. To the inside, Garrett. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, he's like a carpenter out there. Great floor awareness. Zipping the ball over to his teammates with ease.
Here's House. Knicks with the rebound.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yep, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Shumpert, no good.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Inside. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Garrett's got 6 points in the quarter.
Always tough to work the closer you get to the basket. Nice job of finding an angle on the pass there.
Scooped up. Fareed. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Well, you have got to box out the Manimal on the glass. If not, he'll eat you alive like he did there with the offensive rebounds and putback.
And Thomas with the stuff.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
Oh, he's just flexing his muscles on that slam.
Oh, he wanted these people to hear that one. For New York, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And then Thomas with the dunk.
Well, Thomas playing a bit bigger now at the rim, gets up there and throws it down for the high percentage too.
Here's Shumpert. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Knicks have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Houston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. From 18 feet away, and the shot is good. Shumpert's got 28.
That can help out your offense. Iman Shumpert now knocking down twos from the mid-range.
Here's Ntilikina. Thomas trying to break loose. Garrett's shot is off. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. And Houston again with the bucket.
And it's about the tempo, guys. It favors them, and just look at that score.
Yeah, I'm a little bit exhausted here trying to keep up with these guys, and I'm just watching. And they always attempt to wear you out.
Thomas, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Good work defensively by Smith. For New York, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Down low. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Getting more comfortable shooting from inside. Even though Smith Jr. is smaller, he knows how to score in the paint.
Fires for 3, and another 3 for Houston.
Unable to close out defensively, even against the smaller shooter.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes to get a hand up on the three-point shot, but in this case, that didn't even affect it.
And it's the Rockets on the break. Here's Hartenstein. And a miss there on the triple. For New York, they've gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
Fires from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
The Knicks have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the 4th, 8 of 12. Smith for 3. The Rockets pull it in. Fareed's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Timeout called, the Rockets. And you know, Dennis Smith Jr. is a player who just is oozing with confidence when you see him play.
Yeah, I just love how Smith Jr. will attack every player he goes up against. Chris Paul, who Smith Jr. goes way back with, noticed how even as a rookie, he approaches every challenge head on. As a rookie, Smith Jr. was just jawing at the vets and dunking on everyone. He has the game to back up that personality.
The Rockets making a switch here. Clark's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Conley's checked in. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Here's Garrett. Around the world, Brent, we've seen the NBA take a role in helping youngsters learn to play the game of basketball the right way.
So incredible what Basketball Without Borders has done with the NBA junior program expanding itself. Last year in Treviso, for the first time, the NBA doing a combine for EuroLeague players so they can start a database of the older professional, younger professional players playing overseas. It's a global game. Adam Silver is doing a remarkable job of promoting the game, and we're in a great place, Kevin.
Thomas outside, trains the three-pointer. Thomas got 9 points here in the second half.
Yeah, certainly an attitude change at halftime. After sort of wandering around in the first, he's kicked it into gear here for the second frame.
And at his height, you have to like what he gives you as a shooter.
Well, when he squares up from the medium range, there's little things you could do to stop him.
An active passer with good awareness. When Ntilikina spots the open teammate, he gets it to him.
Shoots from the baseline. Vonleh with the rebound. Vonleh's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Ellenson. Another shot. Vonleh's shot is good. Vonleh's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
New York's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Ntilikina, and the Knicks hit again from deep.
I really like the rhythm Ntilikina plays with. Good at sensing when to shoot off the pass.
Outside, House. Ntilikina with the rebound. New York's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Uncovered. Off the left rim and out. Houston's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Shot on the wing. Good as the jump shot falls.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
Feeds it to Vonleh. That one, no good. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
And that one's good. House.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
So explosive moving towards the basket. Ntilikina is terrific at getting into the lane.
Shot from 12. He can't get that one to fall. So New York will take it the other way. Here's Garrett, guarded by Shumpert. Here's Vonleh. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
Well, you can see it tonight. As Vonleh's offensive skills catch up with his physical skills, he'll become very difficult to defend. I like that recognition. Effortlessly getting his teammate the ball in a spot where he knows he can do something with it.
It's Thomas outside. Rockets with the rebound. Here's Hartenstein. And that one, good. There's no longer a home and road designation as far as light and dark jerseys. Is that an issue at all? I mean,
Not really. It's a little off-putting. Some games where you just flip on and your
trying
brain's
to figure out where they are. Exactly.
Where's this game being played?
Yes.
But with how many alternate jerseys last year teams had and specialty jerseys they had, it's a lot of fun to see the apparel companies paint a different picture on the floor.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Trying to cut into this lead. Bad time for a miscue.
Yeah, they may have some ants in the pants right here. You just have to take what the defense gives you.
Robinson's checked in for Ellenson. The Rockets shooting and hitting almost everything here in the fourth, up around 58% from the field. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. That'll put Austin Rivers on the line. It goes on Noah Vonleh. And Austin Rivers out of Duke, an elusive 6'4" combo guard.
I mean, a great handle, and he's found most of his offensive success with this development as a long-range shooter. It's gotten to the point now where you want him to put it on the deck.
One shot, mind the lanes.
Free throw no good for Rivers.
I think it's been kind of cool to watch Austin Rivers play under his dad, Doc, a shifty combo guard with fantastic skills.
Smith for 3. They get it back. Robinson misses. And so Nene will bring it up for the Rockets. Here's House. Here's Rivers. Stolen by Robinson. Now, here's Thomas. Smith for 3. It's Clark with the rebound.
Might want to stop shooting from out there right now because it's just not working. He needs to look to get his teammates involved at this point in the game.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Here's Smith. The Rockets making the shot. Thomas, no luck. Nene kicks to Clark. Three-pointer on the way. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 11 rebounds in the game. Garrett, it's deflected.
Well, it helps to have a guard who can block some shots. Shumpert, a dependable defender who at times can get up to throw things away.
And Nene with the basket on the assist by Rivers. 6 points for Nene. The Knicks shooting 55% in the fourth. They are executing late. To the middle. Intercepted. On the wing, Shumpert. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
And Shumpert's showing off everything now offensively. He scored in a variety of ways in this one.
And Garrett kicks to Robinson. Here's Vonleh. And the dunk by Vonleh.
A huge mistake, letting him establish that kind of position down low.
Yeah, defense 101. Don't let him get that deep, and this speaks to the lack of effort right there. No better way to frustrate your coach.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Garrett, the pass to Thomas. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Vonleh. Out to Smith. Launches it. Good on the triple. Smith's got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Rockets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And for the year now, they'll have 52 wins under their belt.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief two-gamer.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Chris Paul.
Well, he could not be stopped on offense. Super efficient tonight. There wasn't a lot the defense could do.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're leading. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Put your hands together for Go Rockets Power Dancers!
Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Paul.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
And with their spot in the postseason assured, he's picking up just at the right time to be on top of his game. Here is House. He's guarded by Thomas.
And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
His rebound total now in the double digits. Been an animal all night long.
Here's Garrett. He tries for three. That's good from Thomas on the assist by Garrett.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
It's a shame because this is the team we expected to see. Fighting on every possession. I think it's just too late.
From the baseline. And the Knicks good for two. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. From the wing. Shumpert, no good. Now Smith. So we see Houston taking the W here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. With Chris Paul, the playoffs are dead ahead. What are the areas of emphasis as you get yourselves ready?
Keep defending, playing at the right pace, and trying to make this a tough place to play. We really need our crowd and this energy, and we really feed off of them, but just trying to get ready game by game.
You're putting some good wins together, Chris. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.